quote unquote projectile and throwing bike or trying to avoid with bike to just sort of build up that waft to just close the set right there. Because as we've seen from many other talented DK players, DK can explode stocks in the matter of seconds. So that, especially in the end game like that, I will completely understand a little bit more patience and a little bit more care and finesse as to how we go about this matchup.
Well, the battle of the closest battle as far as seeding goes that we've seen so far.
Yes.
About to start, and right away you saw the backers come through, but nonetheless, BeatyBean still manages to find a way in and put. Ooh, I love this. From platform to platform, and that is nearly 100%. Matter of fact, going over 100%.
Jeez, nearly 100% in nearly the first combo of the game, first 15 seconds of the game. That was a phenomenal there by BeatyBean. But even then, Noodle is not just gonna let that go standing. We're immediately going right back in, and we are scrapping to the best of our ability against Beatty, and not getting the ding dong. I saw the vision. I wanted it too, but sadly we were not going to get it.
Oh, I felt the shivers down my
there
spine,
it is.
and nonetheless, that power of DK on PS2, you always have those platforms to try and convert, and the range goes alongside the ding dong like chef's kiss. So I mean, here, in spite of that super strong start, BeatyBean still kind of looks the stock first, and now we're still trailing by a bit more percent. Noodle just not wasting any time whatsoever, and Perry's
trying to go for it again, not quite getting it. Using bike to their advantage in a combo at that. Very disrespectful by Noodle, as we also immediately cleared that stock out with the back air. This is looking like a phenomenal game here for Noodle. But BeatyBean is a very talented player, so it is not anywhere on my mind that BeatyBean is just going to let this happen and just let it become a 3-stock. That is the last thing on BeatyBean's mind. But BeatyBean is probably going to try and be a little bit more careful as we move forward in this.
Forcing out that early air dodge and directional at that. The up smash was a brave read, but I mean, you might as well try those Hail Mary options since the percent is so high and the advantage is so huge on the side of Noodle. Oh, amazing recovery yet again using every
do have Waft charged up as well, but it's might be just a little too late here, especially with our still being on our first stock at 200%.
And the Bear takes it. I guess you have to go that deep off stage. Let's see the landing right now. Not using the bike to try and continue the juggle here. I mean, at this point, it feels like a super tough comeback, but a waft is one hell of a thing when you're trying to make that happen.
Absolutely. Given waft and how we're being a lot more patient here in how we're going in with Noodle. As I was about to say, trying to avoid getting grabbed to avoid to not get ding-donged again. We got grabbed and thrown off the stage. Noodle well aware that we can't ding-dong 3 times in a row. And just being a lot more careful and a lot more patient in how we want to deal with BeatyBean's amazing offenses.
Wow.
And punching the bike with the back air. Tremendous job there by Noodle. Nearly having a tremendous 3-stock, especially after taking 100% in the first 15 seconds. That's crazy.
Yeah, that was insane. I mean, just BeatyBean was looking so hot right from the get-go, but Noodle was not deterred whatsoever, just playing to his character's strengths, and he was like, okay, I just have to wait for my chance. If I get my grab and the platform is near, I can take the advantage, and he ran away with it. So now,
Absolutely.
I mean, a bit more of a cautious start on behalf of BeatyBean, but, I mean, we could even see a bit of a repeat right now. This time, Noodle manages to cut it a bit shorter.
Absolutely, and we are building up a lot more percentage and momentum once again. Not getting the exact same spark of lightning as we had start of last game 1, but it's looking a little bit more even and a little bit more safe here for BeatyBean. Looks like BeatyBean might have figured out exactly how we need to approach a Noodle in this situation. As Noodle, to be quite honest, was just hitting those ding-dongs consistently all of game 1 and hitting it now as well. This is looking like a very scary and precarious situation here for BD.
And like I said, those pivot grabs were gonna come in big, and just because of the way that Wario tries to brute force the way in sometimes, and right now Noodle taking full advantage of it. Let's see though, can you sneak in a bit more percent? Oh, nearly getting the reset from that footstool. Not exactly what I was expecting, and trying to go for the mix-up just to find a way back into the ground. Finally the downer, which is an option that I was expecting to see when those up Bs come out from DK.
Absolutely, and that was an amazing check there by Noodle, and something that, to be quite honest, I agree with. It's something that we haven't seen BeatyBean going for. It's a very predictable up special to recover with, and down special is very good at catching it. So I'm quite surprised we haven't seen it until this moment in Game 2, but it looks like it is the start of our turnaround here for BeatyBean. If we could just avoid getting grabbed and avoid these ding-dongs here by Noodle.
And I have to wonder, was this just a gentleman's agreement to go back into PS2? Is this one of those situations in which both players just like, you know what, screw it, we will play in PS2 for the entirety of the set and we don't care? I don't know if DK is the character that you want to do that against, though. Because,
no, absolutely.
This is one of DK's favorite stages, just for that matter, right? Because of that ability to set up those ding-dongs perhaps in an easier manner than you would otherwise. And talking about it, not even a ding-dong, but nonetheless, the upper does close it out.
Yeah, that was a illegitimate ding-dong if I've ever seen one. So to have a hit like that must be a little bit of a blow for BeatyBean. But we're immediately turning back around and getting some good juggles ourselves. Again, this is not a unwinnable situation for BeatyBean, but it is a mountain that we are going to have to climb here. And sadly, DK Summit is looking unsurmountable here until we use our wall.
Wow, I did not see that one coming in such a fashion, but now you're gonna have to find this stock in an honest way, I guess you could say, though the bike's still there, and that can definitely play up a factor. However, Noodle has shown us already that he knows how to deal with that specific option. Those overshoots have not really been to the favor of BeatyBean so far. Ooh, pressure though on the platform.
Getting some beautiful juggles, keeping Noodle away and using the bike as a projectile to try and be as safe as possible. Getting ding-donged though, ending our match right then and there. Amazing job there by Noodle. It was clear BeatyBean sort of, once again, just like we saw earlier,